Hello, hello, hello. This is Elska from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today we have this little project. This is something I'm recommending for double-sided cardstock because you're going to see both sides of it. So this is our prototype, and I made this one out of regular, single-sided cardstock, but you'll get the idea. So this is the one that I made. The video was corrupted, so I have to remake the project. What this is it's a flip that you can put on a page in your journal. So let me get out a book real quick. And so this can either go over the top of the page, like this, or you can put it straight down on the page. And what you end up with is two pockets on the front, one pocket on the back here, and then a little tuck spot right here. Or if you put it on the page, you end up with your pockets on the front and you have a tuck spot on the other side. So this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to get out a list of supplies and tools, and I'll be right back. Okay, so supplies and tools on this one. If you want to put that finger tab in there, it's not necessary. It is completely decorative because these are not deep pockets, but if you want to put that in there, you might want a circle punch for that. You're going to want a corner rounder if you want to round your corners. You're going to want a scoreboard scoring tools, a piece of double-sided cardstock. I'm using a sheet of 12 by 12, but you don't need this. The minimum piece you need for this is 11 by 3, so if that helps. Your trimmer and a piece of scrap, decent sized scrap for your contrast, and that little piece on the back that helps you do envelopes. If you don't have this piece, that's okay. Most scoreboards have a diagonal, and if you don't have a diagonal, you can do it on your board, okay, with a ruler. So I'm going to get everything out of the way. I'm going to come back. We're going to do the cuts for our pieces, and we'll get started with kind of getting this built. I'll be right back. So our base piece here is 3 by 11. So you could do this at 8.5 by 11. Okay, so 3 by 11. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my trimmer and cut it down to 11 inches, and then I'm going to make a 3-inch strip. Okay, now I also want to have some pieces to put on here for my pockets, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this as well that is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. So 2 3/4, and then 2 1/4. And I want 2 of those. And then I want another piece that is 2 1/2 by 3 inches. No, 2 by 8. And that is not going to be long enough. So I can cut another piece. It doesn't matter what this looks like as far as the texture, the design. It can be the plain, it can be decorated, it doesn't matter. But 2 by 8. And this is an optional. This is not important to the structure of the item. So that's 4 pieces. That includes 3 different mats plus the base. Now we have to cut the pockets themselves, and for that we're going to use that piece of scrap that we had. We're going to be cutting these at 3 by 2 1/2. So there's our 3. Whew. 2 1/2. All right, so that's all of our pieces and parts. I'm going to get this out of the way, get the scoring tools out, and I'll be right back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score that flip. So in order to do that, you need to make sure that this piece, if it's directional, is going in the right direction. Mine, not so much directional, but very simple. I'm just going to score at 3 inches. Just like that. And then I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to take my piece, and I'm going to put it right at the 3-inch and lay it against this rail. And that is going to allow me to put that diagonal score in. So I want to make sure that that corner is right on the 3, and then score down so that my score line meets this score line. Okay? Let's go ahead and get this out of the way, and we'll move on to folding and burnishing here. So we're going to fold this over and burnish it. And then this piece, now it's your choice. You can fold it this way and have this, or you can fold it under. If you're going to fold it under, excuse me, I recommend that you trim off a very scant amount right here. Okay, doesn't have to be a lot. That is because you want this to be able to, you know, not be seen. So you're going to just trim these edges. Again, on this edge, just trim off a little bit right down to that score line and take it off. It is a very tiny, teeny tiny little amount, okay? And that's going to make it so that it clears on all sides. Glue that part down. And that is your base. Make sure that we burnish everything well. And that is your base. Now, depending upon what side of the page you put this on is the side that you want to do your angle, okay? All right, now, I'm going to round the corners on this one, so I'm going to get that out of the way. And because I'm rounding the corners here, I'm going to round the corners on these pieces. Okay? So, round the bottom corners on here. And round corners on here. And then, because this piece is going to go on the back, round one of the corners on this one. So, if this is your piece and it flips, what corner do you want to round? I want to round this one. And I'm just going to make sure that it fits first. And I can see that I need to take a scant amount off of here. And then round that corner. Okay, now that I have all my corners rounded, my next step is going to be to put my finger notches in, but in order to do that, I need to get these first glued down. So I need to ink first. So I'm going to go ink everything, and then when I come back, we're going to do our finger notches, do a little touch-up ink, and put this thing together. I'll be right back. All right, so we have inked everything, and we can start doing some assembly. So first things first are our pockets. And since this is the front, I've decided to use the other side of the paper for my pockets, just to give it that contrast. So, a little bit of glue on here to glue these mats down. And then we're going to cut our finger notches. So, about midway down on here. And then on these two. And we want that to be in the same place. So, we're going to do them together. And then we're going to go ahead and re-ink these. And when I come back, we're going to go ahead and put this all together, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, assembling. We're going to glue around this one. Now you can put this all the way at the bottom, or you can bring it up a little bit. I kind of like bringing it up just a little bit. And then I go around my edge with my bone folder because I'm gluing cardstock to scrapbook paper. Never works out. And then this one I'm going to glue on, and this one I want to make sure that I leave enough room for a tag in the bottom, but another, you know, enough so that I can put a tag at the top that's not going to go over the top. Unless you want it to. If you want to use it as a tab, that works. But I'm going to go about an inch, inch and a quarter between the bottom of this one and the top of that one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and push that down with my bone folder again. And then I'm going to flip this over. And this little guy is going to go here. Now I could put it on the other side if I want to. It's entirely up to me. And I'm going to take a little bit more off of this edge because I don't like the way that it fits. There, that's better. Re-ink here. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on 3 sides. Now this is just a thin tuck. You could put 2 more pockets on the side if you want, but the thing is once you flip this over, they're upside down. Okay, so we're going to line this up here and along that edge. Press it down. Give it a nice press. And that is our completed piece. Now, I have space for 2 tags, one here and one here. And then when I put this on my page, flip it up, I have a tuck here, and I also have a tuck here that I can use. Okay? So that's my project for today. Bring back the others. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to get back to you as quick as I possibly can. Also, check out the community tab here on the YouTube channel or over on the Facebook group. There's a listing there as well. Tells you everything that I've got going on, all my upcoming projects and things. And if you want some free digitals, go on over to my Ko-Fi. And if you want to show some support for the channel, don't need to put any money into it, you can do a free 7-day trial over on my Patreon. I would really appreciate knowing that you are supporting the channel. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye.